morning, and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Rachel Barber.
And I'm Nate Wynn.
As you may recall, last semester, Eye of the Tiger reported on RJHSD's Continuous Improvement Leadership Team's proposed changes to the district's grading guidelines. Those guidelines were officially approved at the district board meeting last Tuesday. Although these are guidelines and not policy, they now strongly encourage teachers to eliminate extra credit, lay out essential learning outcomes for students at the beginning of each term, and to use 50% as a placeholder in their grade books instead of zeros for missing assignments.
And basically what it is, it's a guidebook that's going to promote conversation, guided conversation between student, teacher, and parent on the aspect of grading and how students, how teachers arrive at grades and students get grades in their classes.
Also at this week's district board meeting, RJHSD Superintendent Ron Severson announced he will be retiring in June after working 40 years in education. Before he leaves, he'll work with the Board of Trustees to select RJHSD's next superintendent.
Seniors, the local scholarship deadline is approaching. This year, there's 22 Roseville High School only scholarships. Here's a look at a few. The deadline for submission is at the end of the day on February 28th.
We now go to Dom Taylor for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Dominic Taylor. In what has been a highly successful regular season for winter sports, both boys and girls varsity basketball and boys and girls varsity soccer are headed to playoffs. After their 83-67 win over Bella Vista, boys varsity basketball will finish their regular season with a record of 19-8, good enough to place them in the 7th seed spot and giving them a first-round home game. The Tigers will host the 10th-ranked Burbank Titans in the Moeller Gym on Wednesday the 21st at 7 p.m. Even though girls varsity basketball ended their season on a win against Bella Vista as well, they just missed the cutoff for first-round home games, earning the 9th-place seed. The Tigers will instead travel to the 8th-ranked St. Francis Troubadours on Tuesday the 20th at 7 p.m. Because both boys and girls soccer finished their season yesterday by defeating the Oakmont Vikings 3-1 and 4-0 respectively, their CIF playoff brackets will not come out until this weekend. The girls finish 11-3-4 and second in league, which almost guarantees them a high seeding and a first-round home game. As for the boys, they possess a 13-8-2 record and are in the front of the pack in the CVC, which will most likely award them a high seeding and likely a first-round home game as well. Congratulations to those teams for making it to the postseason, and that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Dom. Black Panther has attracted the most hype of any movie I've seen in a while, and the soundtrack has increased that hype exponentially. The soundtrack sounds great, and it's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. The whole track was created by Kendrick Lamar, and he commissioned other black artists to be part of the album. Features with SZA, Anderson .Paak, and Schoolboy Q will all make the album a must-listen. The songs all have an African influence, which is awesome. The beats all involve some kind of drums, and Kendrick Lamar did a great job in this album and all the features. The movie will release today, and the soundtrack will definitely get you hyped for it. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jackson. Senior Emily Bottom returned from a trip full of theater auditions this week.
Senior Emily Bottanen has recently returned from a trip to audition for spots in highly competitive college theater programs.
It's really crazy to go from auditioning for 4 or 5 schools a day to all of a sudden being back in class, just going about regular work.
Though most programs only accept between 10 and 20 students each year, Bottanen's passion for theater encouraged her to pursue it at the college level.
Is who I am completely, and I love it more than anything in the world. So it's my passion, and I realized that I wanted nothing more than to dedicate my life to it.
Senior Madison Dodson, Bottanen's friend, believes all of her dedication to theater will pay off in this process.
I think that she will be incredibly successful because this is all that she's wanted for her entire life.
Bottom should find out about her admission decisions in late March or April. And that's it for us today in Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.